'Twas the Friday before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The glasses were polished and ready to shine for a gathering of loved ones and glasses of wine. The decanter was lustrous, the corkscrew at hand. Anticipation was building a magical plan. With laughter and stories, the night would unfold in the warmth and camaraderie, a tale to be told. Shelley and Phil raised their glass, gave a toast with delight, and away went the corks popping open the night. But we heard them declare, as they vanished from this rhyme, Happy Friday to all. It's wine time.
It's been a long week, right? Are you ready to wind down? Why not? It's time for the Wine Time Fridays podcast with Shelley and Phil. Neither are sommeliers, but both have a deep passion for life, each other, and of course, delicious wine. And now, here to talk about this week over a glass of wine is Shelley and Phil. It's wine time!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wine Time Fridays with Shelley and Phil on this Friday, December 22nd. Yes, Shelley, 'twas the Friday before Christmas. Episode 192. Happy Friday. It's wine time.
Happy Friday. Happy Christmas.
Yes, and so we're going to try to make this quick, although there's a lot to talk about. But quickly going to say, so I don't forget, a nod to Mike Gergich, who passed away a week ago yesterday. Gergich, just an icon in the wine industry, and at some point we'll probably feature one of their wines. We haven't done that. We feature a lot of wines, and there's a lot of wines to be featured, and sometimes we just haven't got to them yet. But anyway, wanted to make that nod. But I also want to talk about our sponsors today, Eternal Wine and Naked Wines. We have been so happy with both. Look in the show notes below and you will see all the contact information. There are special words to use for Naked Wines. You get $100 off your...
You mean coupon codes?
Yeah, something like that. You get $100 off your first case of wine, which is pretty cool. And then Eternal Wine, look in the notes below. I'm putting a link to their Carmenere video because they love their Carmenere. And Brad is...
And we love Carmenere.
Yes. And Brad is always asking that we do that. And I continue to forget, but I want to do it now so I won't forget this time. We move into Christmas wines or just wines. For both these wines we got from Bottle Joy. And, you know, Bottle Joy is pretty fun. They have these little things on the top. It's kind of the price. I don't know. I think it's fun. Anyway, I'm going to open this. This is a white Burgundy from, and I cannot pronounce this. The Bone is Beaune, something like that region.
Fun.
Yeah, in Burgundy. I have some notes on this, but I'm trying to hurry without sounding like I'm hurrying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So don't need this corkscrew anymore on account of the other one's a screw cap. Shelley in the Christmas glass. Phil in the Christmas glass. Okay. This is a 2021. How do you pronounce that? Maison Champy Cuvée?
No. Maison Champy.
Maison Champy.
Maison.
Look at that. Put it in the snow. This is $39 at Bottle Joy. You can find some white Burgundies, which is 100% Chardonnay, for less. But this one I'm really kind of excited about. So if you'll notice right there on the Christmas tree, we have peace. It's probably behind the bottle now. Anyway.
Peace on earth.
Peace on earth.
That's really nice. Interesting. You can smell the yeast on that.
It's pretty good.
It is.
This guy's trying to get his hand up in my face. If I go over here, it's like he's picking my nose. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
I'm sorry you have to watch him.
Okay, here we go. So, Shelley, you don't know about this, but you guys don't know. Shelley gave me a pre-Christmas gift. It was some Christmas socks. It was fantastic. I've got a pre-Christmas gift for you.
Oh, no. It's kind of large.
There's not a whole lot of room on our set. We have a set now, Shelley. Not a whole lot of room, but this is a big old bag. So I'm going to put this down here. You can just put it on the floor and then lift out from it and just show the audience on YouTube, because the audience on all of the audio platforms of podcasting will not see this.
Well, it's a box.
What is that box? Be very careful with that box, okay?
Okay.
You know, ooh, it's exciting. Pretty excited. What is it?
I haven't thought.
You do?
Yeah. Yes. Blitzen.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Vodka,
Good whiskey.
Whiskey, Tequila, Blitzen.
This also goes with it. This nice little candy cane.
I was going to buy this myself.
I was hoping that you didn't.
I didn't.
There's a little candy cane. Nice. I don't know where we can put that. Yeah, no, that's nice. That's perfect. We got that at Bottle Joy, who happens to be our sponsor for the Wine Word of the Week. We got this at CDA Gourmet, which happens to be our Wine Word of the Week sponsor. And there's no more there. This is the last one.
Yeah.
Wine Time Fridays took the last one. But we paid 20% less because all Christmas items are 20% off. That's pretty exciting. Yeah. So there's something else in there.
Oh, yeah. Another box.
Yeah, I needed a little height in the bag, so I didn't have to use so much tissue paper.
Christmas gifts before Christmas.
So excited.
You're so excited.
Oh,
that's true.
It's a Christmas wine shirt.
That is cute. I like it. Cute.
Yes. Okay. Enough skullduggery. I'd be remiss to say that if I didn't mention a big thank you to Liz Kieser from last week with Rocky Pond Wines, the winemaker. That was a lot of fun.
Great discussion.
It was a really good discussion. You may be interested in how many guests we had this year.
I am.
I think we doubled our guests from last year.
Good.
This year, we're over 50% of our episodes. 27 out of 52, 52% of our episodes have had a guest.
I like that.
Yeah, we love guests because of what the guest brings in terms of knowledge and that sort of thing. So it's a little different dynamic, the prep work and all of that. But we've already got lined up, I think, the first 6 weeks, give or take, in January. We all have guests. A lot of them are from the Tri-Cities area where we're going to be visiting in mid-January.
True.
So that'll be fun. Monday is Christmas. Sunday is Christmas Eve, but Tuesday is
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. We talk about this every year. It's kind of fun that we can say every year. Do you want to say something real quick about Boxing Day?
Boxing Day is an English, Canadian, probably Australian tradition. And there's sort of two thoughts on where it came from. So number one, it was that on Boxing Day, the wealthier people gave their servants and staff their bonuses and the day off. So that's one. Boxing Day, I guess they gave them a box with their money in it. I don't know. And the other one is that because people got Christmas presents, they boxed up their other things that they didn't need, and they gave them to people who did need them. It has nothing to do with fighting or anything like that.
No, although I'm sure that sometimes that does happen up in Canada. I loved hearing
There
the
are
stories.
parties. There are parties.
Yeah,
on
the
Boxing
parties
Day
are
in Canada.
great. Like
Christmas for the kids, Boxing Day for the adults.
and they would go from house to house sometimes,
Mhm.
and rum and
Rum?
beer
No
and
rum, probably, unless they went to Tijuana and bought
Really?
it back. No, they have rye,
okay.
Canadian rye whiskey.
I just remember your dad saying, "Oh, I remember that one year. I woke up the next morning. I was in a bathtub from our neighbors, or something like
No,
that."
there was a guy in our bathtub.
Well, there's a bathtub involved and a
Yes,
stranger
he was
in
sleeping
it.
in the bathtub. We're like, what are you doing here?
That's pretty funny. So
People left their door open back then.
I love that. Actually, there's something to be said for the trust behind that.
Can't do it anymore.
No. I have some information on white Burgundy, but I want to make sure we make it through this in a prompt way. So we're going to take a real quick break and hear a little longer from Eternal Wine. And when we come back, we're going to break out the red. Welcome back to Wine Time Fridays episode 192, the last one before the last one. Kind of. We are opening now a non-vintage. There's actually this is a 2021 and 2022 wines that they blended.
Don't pour it in there. You have to drink it.
I know, I'm going to. You know, I'm going to do a proper rinse pour.
Okay.
There we go. And there's a little bit of red for you. This is a Isenhower Holiday Red. Oh, sorry. This is what you need. An Isenhower Holiday Red, number 22.
It's a blend.
It's a blend. And we are flanking Santa on the YouTube video. Look at that. That's so cute. I usually save that phrasing for Lucy, who just got groomed today. Shelley, hashtag peace on earth.
Peace on earth.
And goodwill to man.
This is delicious too.
Yes, this is also from Bottle Joy.
Really mild and not very many tannins.
No, but
Drinkable right now.
fruit forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. $25 for this. The white Burgundy was $39
So
at
what
Bottle Joy.
grape is in a white Burgundy?
A white Burgundy Chardonnay. Yep. And
Just made a different way. Well,
yeah,
not a
so
different way, just
there are different
French.
styles. Like there's Chablis, more unoaked, steely and mineral driven, often with citrus green apple flavors. That's not what this is. This is Côte de Beaune.
Coat of bone?
Beaun. Beaune.
Bone.
Côte de Beaune, yeah. More oak influenced.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's the oak.
Which actually we don't mind a little oak. We also don't mind stainless, but or unoaked or whatever. But the more oak influence comes with the Côte de Beaune, richer, fuller bodied with ripe fruit, toasty notes, kind of more reminiscent of a Chardonnay that we here in America are used to drinking in general. There's
It's not big, and it's not like a California oaky.
No. Although those have started not being so prevalent.
Mhm.
Anyway, this is not a Chablis. We did have a Chablis, however, in episode. What was that episode? Do I have that down anywhere?
120.
120. Thank you, man. It's on yours, but not mine. There it is. 120. We did I believe that was Old World versus New World. One of our series that we do.
Now I'm getting the tannins on this.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? It opens up a little bit and the tannins start coming out.
Yeah. What is the blend? Do you know?
I believe the notes that we have would show those. Uh-oh. I have to put this back in the right spot. Do you want me to take a peek? I can do that.
Sure.
There we are. There we are. So this Columbia Valley Holiday Red, they say it's ready to drink. Great wine for your holiday parties or for gift giving. Again, with this price tag of $25, it's quite a perfect one. You know, sometimes you give a bottle of wine, and because it's cutesy, it takes away from the quality. There's they use the
like
cutesy,
some of the Halloween wines.
Yeah, they use the cutesy label things to get you to buy it, and the wine inside isn't great. Well, this is great. This is really good. This has got the first time they did this, a combination vintage coming from 2021 and 2022. It's 37% Syrah, 28% Cabernet Sauvignon, 25% Mourvedre, and 9% Merlot, with a dollop, 1% Petit Verdot.
So, a drop.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that we don't have any pairing notes on that, unfortunately.
It would go good with red meat.
Yeah, but you know what? Some lighter red meat too, also.
Some lighter red meat.
This is very drinkable, very fruit forward. We're going to take one more break to hear from Naked Wines. And when we come back, we're going to kind of talk a little bit what's coming in the future, what we've had in the past, and our CDA Gourmet Wine Word of the Week.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Wine Time Fridays, episode 192 on this Friday before Christmas. Did you like my little poem?
You mean ChatGPT?
No, I made it our own. ChatGPT didn't say anything about Shelley and Phil raising the glass.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But that is the good point, though, because when you do something with ChatGPT, you need to turn around and make it your own.
Yes, that's the whole idea. I was able to prompt it to write a poem in the spirit of "Twas the Night Before Christmas," using some keywords, and then it came out. We're both looking at our dog who's looking out the window, not sure what she's looking at. Anyway, and then I made it our own because I had to change some things up. You know, do a couple things. I left out numerous paragraphs from the actual poem, but I wanted to give it a flair a little bit. Fun stuff. This is the CDA Gourmet Wine Word of the Week, which is Vegetal. Vegetal. I don't think either of these wines are vegetal, first of all. But some wines contain elements in their smell and taste which are reminiscent of plants and vegetables. So you'll get a Cabernet.
Bell pepper.
Yep, bell pepper.
Some
that's a really
wine should not have a bell pepper.
That's true.
And some wines should have bell pepper.
You're going to have like celery and stuff in some whites. Maybe some asparagus in some, right? Yeah. So there's all sorts of little nuances. Of course, the only thing you're not going to get in a wine is it tastes like grapes. Everything else.
Sometimes it does taste like grapes. A lot of apple, though.
So this is a chemical. I thought I actually put that in, and I did not. But there's a chemical that is attributed to that vegetal profile. And anyway, we're trying to not repeat any wine words of the week yet, but we're getting close to where we're going to have to start. But
that's all right.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Anyway, thank
It's
you
either
for
reinforcement, or if you didn't watch the episode,
that's right.
you'll know.
So thank you to CDA Gourmet for the wine word of the week and for the lovely picture
Yes.
that we're going to use for festive
And
parties.
let's just give a shout out to Matt and Brenda, because they cannot be home for Christmas.
No, they're home away from home for Christmas. Matt, Brenda, you guys hang in there. We're going to see you soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
To seeing you at home.
To seeing you at home. Now I have to sip. All right. Some of the wines we enjoyed this week. You want to run by a few of those?
Les Combles, Côte d'Rhône, Latitude 38 Chardonnay, Roblar Chardonnay, Eli Chardonnay, and we'll talk about that in a second. Broken Bowl Malbec, and our top three.
But wait, we're going to talk about Eli.
After this,
So now
Top
our
three.
top three.
Vir Carmenere. Oh, you doing that?
Yeah, number 3. No, you can say it.
Vir Carmenere.
That was good. Vera, no, I mean, I'm just saying we should probably embellish a little bit more on our top 3. But we don't have to.
Isn't it the Vir Wine Project?
Yeah, it is. I just shortened up the notes.
Oh, okay.
The Vera Wine Project,
Like-
Carmenere. Number 2.
Bookwalter, Protagonist.
Jay Bookwalter. You know, it's a funny thing. We are going to have John Bookwalter and Fast Eddie back on, well, Edward Holmes was on a few months back. But John Bookwalter, his last name is Bookwalter, and that is their wines. We're going to have them on probably in about a month, something like that. And the number 1 wine that we had this week.
Talani Chianti Classico Gran Selezione.
That was really good. That may have been one of the best wines from Italy we've had. And it was for my daughter and Brian.
That's right. It was
Yeah.
really good. So back to the Eli
Yeah.
Chardonnay, which is a project by whom?
It is a project by Callaway. Yep. Out
So
of Temecula, but
Callaway
this is
in
in Paso.
Temecula. Yeah, Callaway is in Temecula. And this is a Callaway wine from Paso Robles.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I picked the wine up and I actually ran into Sam and I'm like, we're having this, just, I don't know why I said it. And then I looked and I'm like, wait a minute, this says from Callaway in Paso. So I thought that was kind of funny.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Some things coming up in the future. Of course, we have National Champagne Day. We also have Champagne and French Fry Day coming up in about
That's
3
such a
weeks,
delicious
2 weeks.
combination.
Yeah. And we have some special things planned for that. We're going to have our year in review. All that's happening next week.
Let us know your favorite French fries.
Ooh, yes, please. Especially those of you who live in Coeur d'Alene. We did zips last year. We can do better than that this year.
Well, don't say that, but we
Well,
can. I have an idea where I want them. to be.
Really? You're going to tell me now?
Nope. not
Okay.
yet.
We're going to talk about the 100-point scale, which is, I mean, really prevalent in the wine industry. I think it's a little overrated, but we're going to kind of go into what they talk about when they're coming up with a 100-point scale. And with that said, we're going to give our own review of our wines and I think we're going to do a top 3 each of us, because we're going to have different, I'm going to print the whole thing out for Shelley.
Oh my
These
God.
are only wines that we featured, not even the other wines that we enjoyed. So anyway, that, and then of course we have, like we said before, I think our first 6 weeks of 2024 are all guests.
Yay.
So,
Because they're so much smarter than us.
well,
so
I mean,
much more knowledgeable.
they
than us,
are.
That's for sure.
yeah, for sure. Again, huge thanks for our sponsors today, Eternal Wine and Naked Wines. Remember, straight from the winemaker, right to your door, Naked Wines. You want to put, it's going to be nakedwines.com/winetimefridays. Get $100 off your case. And Eternal Wines, they do great Syrah, Carmenere. They're making great wines. Remember, eternal wine, drink wine, be happy. Shelley, thank you
Sorry.
for yelling at the dog. And then with a little bit of knowledge, wine becomes a lot less overwhelming. Have a great weekend. Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week on Wine Time Fridays, our last episode of 2023.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for spending part of your day to wind down with Shelley and Phil. Remember, you can listen to any episode of the Wine Time Fridays podcast by visiting winetimefridays.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And join us on our Wine Time Fridays Facebook page, Instagram, or on Twitter, which is @VintageTweets, for daily conversation. Until next week, here's our toast to you. To health, wealth, abundance, gratitude, peace on earth, and of course, romance.